our friends, family, and people who just found me on the interwebs. Here we go with the next vlog. That's vlog number 1, 2, 3, 4. I can count to 4 in French. Look at me go. So, I'm gonna fill you in on the deets of this week and talk about some stuff. I hope you're all well, but I won't talk anymore, because we need to see vlog number 4.
Oh, let's get rich and buy our parents' homes in the south of France. Let's get rich and give everybody nice sweaters and teach them how to dance.
Left you. It was a Wednesday. So 2 weeks ago on Wednesday, what did I do? I had my French lesson, which has been going really well. It's been helping me a lot with French. It's a little bit easy, but it's nice because it's the one time I feel smart. Like in school, I always feel stupid because I have no idea what's going on. And I get in the French lesson, I'm like, yeah, I know how to say blue. It's bleu. I know how to count to 5. Woohoo! Self-high-five. So it just makes me feel pretty good. And so Wednesday after my French lesson, I went with Maka, who I've talked about a lot, but we hang out a lot. So Maka and I, we just walked, and there's this big park in Laval, and it's just like along the river, and it's just trees, and there's a little playground, but it's mostly just grass. And so we decided to go there, and we ran into some of my friends from my music class, Sylvie and Alicia, and they were with this guy named Rowan, who is from Wales, but he's lived here for like 13 years now. So we hung out with them and talked to them in Fringlish, so some French, some English. And it was really fun because, like, I haven't hung out with those guys much outside of school, just a few times, so it was kind of a fun coincidence to run into them and just hang out with them. And then Thursday that week, I stayed home sick. It was a mixture of homesickness and just not feeling very great and just not really motivated to go to school. So I just hung out in this nice bed, my best friend, this bed right here. And I just slept and watched Netflix, and it was nice just to have a day for me. Anyway, then Friday that week, I hung out with, you guessed it, Macarena. Have I not told you? That's her full name. It's Macarena. Like the chanson. Hey, Macarena. So I went over to Maka's house and we did face masks, which was fun. I've never done a face mask before, so it was a new experience. And we just laugh a lot together, so it was really fun. And then Saturday of that week, in the morning I woke up late, I slept in, and then I went out to lunch with my host dad and my host brother to this really fancy restaurant, and that was fun, and it was just, I'd never just been with those two together, so that was kind of fun. And then in the afternoon, my host mom, my host dad, my host brother, and me, my host sister was supposed to come with us, but she decided to stay home just because she was tired. But we all piled into the car, and we drove about 3 hours to central France, where my host dad has a friend who owns a lake. You heard me correct. He owns a lake. Like, he owns the entire lake. It's his. And they have this really huge old French country house that, like, looks over the lake. Or, you can't really see the lake from the country house, but it looks over this really beautiful naturistic area. And so it was the 4 of us, and then my host parents, like, the guy they work with, and then their friend, and the friend's wife, and the 2 little kids. So there was, like, 9 of us. The purpose of going there was to go hunting. My host dad is a huge hunter. He's goes hunting in, like, Africa. He just got back from Africa, like, today, and he just does a lot of that. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm a lover, not a fighter. I do not hunt. Not really my thing. This summer, I went fishing with my brother, and I couldn't even touch the fish to take it out of the hook or, like, break the worm apart. It's just not my thing. I'm just more of, like, a nature is nice, but I don't want to kill it kind of deal. But, that being said, this year I told myself I was going to try new things, and I was just going to go for it. And it's kind of funny because I left Bozeman because I wanted to change of life, and I didn't want to be around nature and hunting and all that. That's always there, and I guess I'm supposed to try it out because I was in nature and I was hunting. But so anyway, I decided I would try it. I would go hunting with my family to be with them and to try new things and to be in the French outback. I don't think they call it that. It's just the French nature. So anyway, we were hunting for birds, ducks and stuff in the evening and then the next morning. But in the evening, we didn't get anything and we just kind of waited by the lake. And I was with my host brother the whole time. And the next morning, we went to the big lake that the guy owns. And it was so beautiful. Like, it was, we got up at like 6 and we got out there. And it was just, the sun was rising, and there was this old French castle in the distance. And I didn't bring my phone because my host had asked me not to, because the night before I was on my phone while they were hunting, and it was a big no-no. He was like, "You'll scare away the ducks. No, no, no." So he's not like that, but that's just my impression. So I didn't bring my phone, so I couldn't take pictures, but it was so beautiful. And I just was at there were 5 of us hunting, so 2 went to one area, 2 went to another, and the one guy went to another to, like, look over the ducks, and I was with my host brother, and it was just really great because we just talked for, like, 3 hours while hunting, and we didn't get anything, but so we went 3 times. We went in the evening, we went in the morning, and then we went in the afternoon the next day. And it was really pretty just to be in the French nature and to be with my host family. But here's my consensus on hunting. I really like the nature part. Like, I like being out there and seeing all the pretty things and, like, watching the sunrise over this lake with this French castle in the distance. And I like kind of, like, the searching part. Like, oh, you're searching for the animals. What I don't like is the guns and the shooting and I'm not a fan of that. And especially, I'm not trying to get political here, but especially with what happened in Las Vegas in the United States and being here, a lot of people are asking me, like, what are your thoughts on guns? Because they think all Americans we need guns and that kind of thing. And just, like, after hunting and being there, I didn't shoot a gun, and I never want to. I don't like guns, just in general. And so that was kind of my realization of the weekend, but it was really pretty to be there and to be with my host family, and I met these 2 little kids that were there with my host dad's friend. They're his sons, and they were really cute, and it was just really cool to be there with my host family, so that was exciting. And this week, Monday, at lunch, it was kind of fun because I went with my friend Julia, who I've talked about. She's from Italy, and we kind of, like, walked around the ball, and we did a little photo shoot, which was really fun. And again, I brought my ukulele to school to play with my music class. And on Wednesday, I talk about Wednesdays a lot is because it's kind of my free day. I only have 2 hours of class, and then I have all afternoon free. So on Wednesday, we went to Interact with Maka and me and Laura May, my host sister. We grabbed lunch and then went to Interact, which is like the junior Rotary Club, like the Rotary Club for teenagers. And then I went to my French lesson. And after that, I went shopping a little bit, and I got, if you can see behind me, I got some nifty little plants. I got some plants. And I decorated my room a little bit. As you can see, it's a little different. I have a picture of my family and a dollar bill for America and a picture of my dog and my friends and a note from my family and a little koala, because why not? And so Wednesday, I went shopping with Maka, and we bought those plants, and I bought my mom some host flowers. And I bought my host mom some flowers. There we go. And it was just nice. And then Thursday was kind of crazy because I had to give a presentation. So to the Rotary Club, or not exactly to the Rotary Club, it was to kids and parents who maybe want to do an exchange next year. It was my first presentation here, and they, like, prep us for it in Montana, but it was totally nerve-wracking because it was all in French, and I, like, wrote out this whole thing, but I wrote it too complicated. I used too many words from, like, a French dictionary, so I didn't really know what I was saying, which was bad because I should have just done what I knew, and then I could have just kind of improvised a bit more with my French, but instead I made it too difficult, and then I was like reading it the whole time, and my pronunciation wasn't the best, and it was really nerve-wracking, but I'm really proud because I got through it, and I did it, and I presented in French, which was very crazy and different, but that was exciting. And then this weekend, so the big thing is now we are on break. We're on holiday for the French school system works a little differently. They have 2-week breaks periodically throughout the year and then a shorter summer. So our first 2-week break is right now, is our October break, and then we'll have one in December, one in February, and one in April. So that's kind of nice. So this weekend on Friday, I just hung out here and slept and didn't do much and just chillaxed. And then on Saturday, I woke up late and then I hung out with my host mom, and she taught me how to make this dessert with rice and milk, and I'm not sure if it's French or not, but it was cool to learn how to do that. And then I went shopping with my host mom and my host sister, and then I slept over at Maka's house, which was so much fun. We went to buy popcorn because I was really craving popcorn, and we tried to take the bus back, and we totally got lost because we got on the wrong bus back to her house, and it took us like all the way outside Laval, so we were totally lost, and we had no idea what was going on, but it was really funny because we've just like really gotten to know each other, so we're really comfortable around each other. And then yeah, I just had dinner with her family, which was really fun to meet them and to get to talk to them more. And then we just watched TV and hung out and played her ukulele, and it was a fun time. And then Sunday, I had lunch with my counselor. So I have like a Rotary counselor who just makes sure everything is going well, and if I have any problems, I can be like, yo, I need help with this. Which I also have a YEO, which is kind of the same thing, but I guess I have 2 people. So I had lunch with her and her family, and she has 2 little kids and her husband, and it was really awesome because, yes, it was a little awkward because I don't speak really great French. Was that even English? Was that even correct English? I don't speak anything anymore because I'm confused about French, but I'm not speaking enough English to remember it, so it's a rough time. It's a rough time. Anyway, I had lunch with her, and then it was good because they actually talked to me in French, and I could actually respond, and we had like a conversation over lunch, and it was really sweet. And then yesterday, Monday, was fun. I slept in really late, and then I had lunch with my host mom and my host sister. And then I biked to an art supply store, which was kind of far away, but I bought a bunch of art supplies, some paintbrushes. It's right there, so I'm like looking what I got. Some paintbrushes, a journal, some acrylic paints, and some pencils for doodling, and some watercolors, which was really fun. I went alone, and it was rainy, but it was just like, I just felt really free, I guess, because I was just exploring it and doing it on my own, and I got the supplies on my own, and I felt very independent. And then I made cookie dough with my host sister, and today we were going to make Halloween cookies with that cookie dough, but I don't know if it's going to work out because we're pretty busy. So today I just woke up late, had lunch, watched some TV with my host sister, and then this afternoon we're going to Rennes. So Rennes is a city that's about 45 minutes away from Laval, and I'm really excited because I've never been there. And we're just going for the evening, so we'll leave around 4, we'll get there at 5, and my host brother goes to university there, so we'll eat dinner with him, but we'll see how it goes. So I will update you when the time comes on the events that have occurred. Kind of that was the last 10 minutes because I'm trying to make this shorter. I talk too much, but you know it's kind of good because I don't get to just ramble on in English here, and so with no one interrupting me in a language I know, Lord, I could just talk forever. I'm going to talk about some things that I miss about the United States, more superficial things, like, of course, I really miss my family and my friends, but also, I miss some other stuff. I really miss my dog, of course, my dogs, but mostly Henry. If you know me, I have a dog named Henry, and he's like my best friend. I just miss him so much. I just want to hug him and sing with him. I just miss that damn pupper. I also miss bagels. I really miss bagels and cream cheese. Just like before school, just a bagel with cream cheese. Like, it's really different than a baguette. Baguettes are delicious, but that's one thing that I really miss, food-wise. I also miss fried chicken. I could go for some fried chicken right now. Lord bless that fried chicken. What else do I miss? I really miss driving, because I'm not allowed to drive here, and I just got my license like a year ago, and so I haven't been driving that long, but I really miss it. I just miss, like, driving home, like, listening to my music, just being independent and free, and just being behind the wheel, having control. I miss theater. I miss performing. Many of you know I'm big into theater and performing, and I haven't been able to do that yet, and I kind of decided I wouldn't this year because I was going to try to take a break from it, and I was going to try new things that I don't usually do in the U.S., but I do miss it. I just miss being on stage and doing that kind of thing, and I miss just, like, singing and dancing and just, I miss all of that, and just being on stage, so that's something I can look forward to, and I think it's good that I miss it, because I've been doing it constantly for, like, the last 7 years without any breaks, and so now this year away, distance makes the heart grow fonder. I love you, Theatra. I love you. The theme is learning to live with what I got, so that's kind of like, so I'll just tell you what that means. So these past 2 weeks, the thing that's been really bringing me down the most is I kind of feel restricted. Rotary is an amazing program to go through. They are one of the best programs. They really look out for you and make sure you have a good time, but one thing that is really frustrating about Rotary is they're very strict on the rules, and, like, you're not allowed to leave your town alone or even with people. It has to be with your host family or your school or Rotary, but other than that, you have to stay in your town. You can't even go to the next town over. And I understand why that's a rule. It's just kind of frustrating. And just a lot of rules with Rotary. And it's very strict because they want to keep you safe, but it's very frustrating because sometimes I feel like I can't really do anything and I feel very limited. So that's what's been bringing me down lately, is I feel like I'm not doing anything. And it's not Rotary's fault, though. I'm blaming it on Rotary that they're strict, but the truth is, I need to learn to live with what I got. I'm here in Laval, and Laval is a great city, and I just need to do more things in Laval, and it's learning to appreciate that where you are and to find things that bring you joy there instead of going to search for crazy adventures outside. Like, I will get those crazy adventures and I will have fun traveling France, either with my host family or with Rotary, or in the end of the year we're allowed to travel alone, but right now I can just really enjoy France, and that's one of the reasons, or enjoy my city in France, and that's one of the reasons I got the art supplies, is like, what can I do to try new things, and I don't usually paint, but I wanted to do more of it, and in Laval, I can go to little cafes. My mom told me just to go to little cafes and, like, paint and write and draw, and I can do all those things. So just learning to make your life exciting by yourself, just, like, with yourself, not using all the external factors, if that makes sense. So, I know I just rambled on for another 20 minutes, but thank you again for listening to all my thoughts and my thoughts and my hopes and my prayers and what I've done. So if you have any questions for me, or you just want to know more or anything like that, feel free to, don't hesitate to contact me, whether if you don't have my phone number or my Snapchat or my Instagram or WhatsApp or anything like that, feel free to comment on these videos, and I just be like, yo, what's up? What's your Snapchat? What's your Instagram? What's your phone number? Let's talk. Let's FaceTime, because I would love to talk to everyone, And love because you're still part of my hearts, you peeps who watch this, who I know. For those of you who don't and you just want to talk to me, feel free to contact me as well. Anyway, I hope you have a hibbity-hoppin' week. I hope you dance a lot. I hope you sing a lot. I hope that you find a penny on the ground and you put it in your pocket and it brings you luck. I hope you do something different this week, and I hope that you play a card game with your family because games are always good. And as the French say, la vie est belle.